The greatest battles aren't always against people. Sometimes our greatest battle is in our own hearts. Good morning, family. It's time for your morning juice. Today we're in 1 Samuel chapters 5 through 7. Israel thought their biggest problem was the Philistines. After all, the Philistines had defeated them in battle. They had captured the Ark of the Covenant. Eli was dead. His sons were dead. And it looked like God had abandoned his people. But appearances can be deceiving. The real enemy wasn't standing on the battlefield. The real enemy was living in the hearts of God's people. And before God dealt with the enemies around them, he was going to deal with what was happening inside of them. You see, God doesn't need rescuing. The Philistines carried the ark into the temple of their god, Dagon. To them, oh man, it was a trophy, proof that their God had defeated Israel's God. But God doesn't need rescuing. The next morning, Dagon was laying flat on his face in front of the ark. Oh yeah, they stood him back up. But the following morning, it had fallen again, only this time his head and hands were broken, which is a symbol for wisdom and power. This was without Israel ever lifting a finger. God demonstrated that he was still God. You see, the problem was never that God lacked power. The problem was his people lacked obedience. You can't heal what you don't address. Eventually, the ark returned to Israel. And when you read that part, it's going to be amazing how it returned to Israel without the help of Israel. Anyway, bringing the ark back didn't solve the deeper issue. The people's heart was still divided. They wanted God's blessing while holding on to the very thing pulling them away from him. And here's what stood out to me. The Bible tells us for nearly 20 years, not 20 days, not 20 weeks, 20 years, Samuel spent serving, teaching, listening, judging, and helping people face the truth. Because healing begins when we stop pretending everything is fine. The Philistines were no longer the biggest issue. Their hearts were. Real change takes time. We live in a culture that wants overnight results. God often works differently. Samuel planted seeds for years before he saw the harvest. Year after year, he taught the people. Year after year, he called them back to God. And year after year, he stayed faithful. Sometimes we want God to fix it in a moment, but it took years to break it. But real change takes time. And lasting change is worth the wait. God wants your heart. Finally, Samuel changed the nation. He changed them by challenging them. He said, if you are truly returning to the Lord with your heart, then remove the foreign gods from among you. In other words, stop blaming everyone else. Stop making excuses. Stop trying to hold on to God and idols at the same time. God wasn't looking for more religious activities. He wanted their hearts. And this time, the people listened. They removed the idols, they repented, and returned to God. Changed people change communities. When the people changed, everything else began to change. Families, leaderships, their communities. And this time when the Philistines attacked, God fought for Israel. And it wasn't because they had the ark. It was because they had returned to him. After the victory, Samuel set up a stone called Ebenezer, which I think is cool. It was a reminder that meant, thus far the Lord has helped us. Not look at what we built, not look at what we've accomplished, but look at what God has done. Because when hearts change, families heal, hope grows, and communities come alive. Sip on that, family, and I'll talk with you tomorrow. Hey, listen, if today's morning juice blessed you, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and share. And if you'd like to help us continue walking through the Bible one sip at a time, consider supporting the Morning Juice Ministry. Remember, changed hearts changes communities. Until next time, I'm Pastor Troy R. Jones. God bless you.